Hello gamers, my name is Aether Gamer and welcome back to another booster opening video. Now I know you can see the Kaladesh bundle background in the background, but no, the Aether is revolting. Yes, we're starting to open Aether Revolt booster packs. So I got two boosters for showing up to my pre-release, so we're going to do them both in the same video. And we're going to start with the Tezzeret because he is the big bad for the set. So here's hoping for a nice shiny invention level Ornithopter. That's what I really want from this set. That's pretty much my main driving focus. So if I can get that, then I am just happy. Well, there goes that wrapper forever. So we're starting things off with a Shipwreck Moray. Now I haven't really looked at many of the cards in this set, so we're going to go through all of these. So, Shipwreck Moray, 3 and a blue for a 0/5 fish. When it enters, you get 4 energy, nice amount of energy, and you can pay 1 energy to give it +2, -2 until end of turn. It's very interesting. It's like a Morphling, but it only goes one way, and yeah, I reckon that's fine. Like, it's either a 2/3 or a 4/1 or a 0/5, so it either blocks for days. I mean, as a 4-drop, so they've probably already got something that's bigger. I don't know. Might be worth, might not. Who knows? We're going to move on to the next card. Audacious Infiltrator, 1 and a white for a 3/1 Dwarf Rogue. Audacious Infiltrator can't be blocked by artifact creatures, so no chump blocking this guy with servos or thopters. You're going to have to chump block. Ooh, you can't block this guy with like a Nanum Cobra. Any of those guys. Have to block this with something that can actually... This guy probably trades up. Like, he gets through vehicles, he gets through Gear Hulks, I guess. Not likely to see many of them in draft, but oh well. Yeah, this guy could be good in an aggro strategy, I feel. Yeah, moving on. Number 3, Frontline Rebel. 2 and a red for a 3/3 human warrior. Frontline Rebel attacks each combat if able. This guy is fantastic if you have combat tricks to bluff with. It's just like, well, this is probably going to be him dying, but I guess I have to attack with him. Haha! Built to last, or built to smash even. If you really want to have something be dead. Just get that thing out of here. But yeah, not a bad creature, especially in your aggro decks. Like, these last two go in the same deck rather nicely. Moving on though. Defiant Salvager, 2 and a black for a 2/2 Aetherborn Artificer. Sacrifice an artifact or creature to put a +1/+1 counter on Defiant Salvager. Activate this ability only any time you could cast a sorcery. So this essentially gives your servos and thopters, what is it, modular 1, where they get to move their power and toughness after they die, except it's only to this guy, but still, that can be pretty good. Like, you might want to keep one artifact creature around for, say, a whatever the Death Touch guy is from Kaladesh, but yeah, this guy seems fine. And there's also the cycle of artifacts that when they enter a graveyard from the battlefield, you draw a card. So yeah, this guy seems like he's pretty good. Alright then, moving on. Scrounging Bandar, however you say cat monkey in Kaladeshian. 1 and a green for a 0/0 cat monkey seems pretty bad. Where's the upside? Here it is. Enters the battlefield with 2 +1/+1 counters on it. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may move any number of +1/+1 counters from Scrounging Bandar onto another target creature. It was right here a second ago. Where did it go? Where did my counters go? God damn it. But yeah, I like this guy. This guy, not sure if he's any good, but he's fun. Works well with the black-green snake guy, the one that essentially +1s all your counters. So this guy would enter with 3. Whenever he moved one, it would be that many +1. Rather nice, rather nice. Anyway, moving on. Lathnu Sailback, 4 and a red for a 5/4 lizard. Moving on. Iron Tread Crusher, 4 mana for a 6/6 vehicle with crew 3. Well, that sure does that thing well. Crew 3, 6/6 seems fine. 4 mana, yeah, sure, why not? Moving on. Negate, 1 and a blue, instant, counter target, non-creature spell. Don't like that vehicle, get out of here. Don't like that non-creature spell, I don't know. Can't think of any other big I guess Planeswalkers. Gets rid of them pretty nicely. Stop a Death Star, Aether Flux Reservoir, whatever it is. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. Consulate Turret. 3 mana for an artifact. Tap to get an energy. Tap and pay 3 energy. Deal 2 damage to target player. That just seems fine. Like, if you have anything that uses energy, this is great. If you don't, you're probably not playing it. But it can deal 2 damage to something. Well, to someone, I guess. It's a very slow clock. At the worst, it's a shock every 4 turns, and that is bad. But at the best, it's a free shock every turn. Well, not free. You know what I mean. We're going to move on from this guy, because he's okay, but he's not great. This guy, however, Aether Stream Leopard, 2 and a green for a 2/3 with trample. When it enters, you get an energy. Whenever Aether Stream Leopard attacks, you may pay 1 energy. If you do, it gets +2/+0 until end of turn. Attacking with a 4/3 trample on turn 4, not usually a bad plan. Like, if they've got a Death Touch creature, sometimes it's fine to just get rid of a Death Touch creature. Like, that's just something you can do. But yeah, I quite like this Leopard. He's rather nice. It actually works well with the Consulate Turret, so yeah. Tap, give this guy +2/+0 until end of turn, essentially. But yeah, we're going to move on to, are we up to uncommons? We are up to uncommons. Narnam Renegade. Single green mana for a 1/2 Elf Warrior with Death Touch. But it has Revolt. I think this is the first thing we've seen with Revolt. Narnam Renegade enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it. If a permanent you controlled left the battlefield this turn, yet another reason to attack into a Death Touch creature. Trigger that Revolt. Get more counters. Because a 2/3 Death Touch is far superior to a 1/2 Death Touch. But yeah, not that superior, but it's still a lot better than dying to a 2 power creature as opposed to a 3 power creature. We're going to move on to our second uncommon, Pacification Array. Single mana artifact, 2 mana and tap to tap target artifact or creature. Now this is a very strong card. Very strong card. If they've got an artifact that is ridiculously strong, like if they've just got a vehicle that they're probably going to attack with every turn, if they go to crew it, you just tap it down in response, because that way all of their stuff that they used to crew, that's just not able to be used now. And then you tap down the artifact. Oh, it's good. It's a good time. Very good time. Alright, that very nice artifact. Moving on though, we have Renegade Wheelsmith, 1 red-white for a 3/2 Dwarf Pilot. Whenever Renegade Wheelsmith becomes tapped, target creature can't block this turn. Many veterans of the Oval Chase racetrack turned their talents to the Renegade cause. Yeah, this guy seems alright. Like, again, becoming tapped, crewing a vehicle, which means something's going to be unable to block. Or even if you're just attacking with this guy on turn 4 and you tap down their, I don't know, 2 power creature that they can block with. Like tap down their Death Toucher even, or not tap down, but you know what I mean. But yeah, not a bad card. Alright, we're going to move on to our rare, or mythic rare, who knows. Maybe we get a mythic in the first Aether Revolt booster. What do we get? Whir of Invention. X triple blue. Instant. Improvise. Your artifact can help cast this spell. Hey, we get an Improvise card. Each artifact you tap after you're done activating mana abilities pays for 1. Search your library for an artifact card with CMC X or less, put it onto the battlefield, not even tapped, then shuffle your library. This seems like a very strong card, especially if you're doing some kind of blue-black artifact control sort of deal. Yeah, that's a strong card. Like, okay, let's say you just have a bunch of servos, and you want to get what's a good artifact to get out? I don't know. I don't even know. But there's a lot of good artifacts to get with this. But yeah. Do we have a foil? No, we have an island and we have a servo. Hey, they can pay for Whir of Invention. Alright. Well, that was pack number 1. Not too sad about that. Like, we got the Pacification Array, we got Whir of Invention, that pilot seemed pretty good. But we've got another Aether Revolt pack here. So we're just going to crack into it and see what we can pull from this. Alright, so I'm going to start things off, provided I can get this in focus. Oh, careful there. Alright, back in a second when I actually get focus here. And we're back. So, first things up, we get an Aether Chaser, 1 and a red for a 2/1 human artificer with first strike. When it enters, you get 2 energy. Whenever it attacks, you may pay 2 energy. If you do, make a 1/1, colorless servo artifact creature token. This is essentially the same as the thriving creature. Well, not the same, but this is the similar cycle to the thriving creatures from the last set. When they enter, you get 2 energy. Whenever it attacks, you may pay 2 energy to do a thing. With the thriving, it was get a +1/+1 counter. With these guys, it's get a 1/1 servo. So this is the red one. It's a piker. It makes servos. That seems fine. Like 2/1 first strike. That's just good on turn 2. It can block a bunch of things. Kills servos for days. Like if they have a bunch of servos, they have to block with 3 1/1 servos to be able to kill this guy, and you still get rid of 2 of them. So yeah, this guy's fine. Moving on though, we have Leave in the Dust, 3 and a blue for an instant. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand and draw a card. So this can be used to save your own creatures or just get rid of one of theirs. Like, they've spent their entire turn casting one big creature that doesn't have an enter the battlefield ability. Leave it in the dust. They want to attack with an 11/11 Metalwork Colossus. Leave it in the dust. Is a very nice card. Alright, we're going to move on to Decommission. 2 and a white for an instant. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. And if you have Revolt triggered, you gain 3 life. This is essentially just removal at this point. Like, either they've made it so you can't attack with something, decommission the pacification array or something like that. They're attacking with an 11/11 Metalwork Colossus, decommission it, get rid of it, go away, no one wants you. They have a Gear Hulk, bye bye, go away now, see ya, have fun. Alright, not a bad card, not a bad card. You're probably going to want to pick this up if you're in white. Moving on though. Daring Demolition. Speaking of cards you want to pick up, 2 black for a sorcery. Destroy target creature or vehicle. Do you know how annoying it is to try and destroy vehicles with sorcery speed removal? The answer is very, very annoying. This card solves all your problems. Ah, very nice card, very nice card. Alright, we are going to move on to Natural Obsolescence. Man, this pack does not like vehicles, like at all. Put target artifact, one on a green instant, put target artifact on the bottom of its owner's library. So far, we've had an answer in every color except red to stop a vehicle from doing a thing. Leave in the Dust, bounces to hand. Decommission, just gets rid of it. Daring Demolition, just gets rid of it. Natural Obsolescence, essentially gets rid of it. If this next card isn't a red card that gets rid of artifacts, I'm going to laugh. Night Market card. Haha, it's not a red. Alright, 3 mana, 3/1. Can block an additional creature each combat. Sorry, it's an artifact creature construct. That's interesting. So that would be rather nice at getting rid of 2 servos, or just fogging 2 things. Just stop 2 things from dealing combat damage to you. So like, that would stop 2 Metalwork Colossi. Colossuses? I don't know. I think it's Colossi. Anyway. Especially if you can get some sort of combat trick that gives this indestructible. Like there's the +1/+0 indestructible lifelink from the last set. So yeah, that's pretty nice. Pretty nice. Moving on though. We get Ether Poisoner. Speak of the well, not Speak of the Devil, but in the same cycle as the other guy from, well, the first card from this pack, the Aether Chaser. 1 and a black for a 1/1 human artificer with Death Touch. When it enters, you get 2 energy. When it attacks, you may pay 2 energy to make a 1/1 servo. Now, with this guy, you're less likely to attack, because a 1/1 Death Touch is rather nice, but they're also a lot less likely to block. I mean, I guess they'll probably block it with a servo, just to get the trade. But you're still getting a servo out of the deal. Like, I don't see much of an issue with that. Yeah. Alright, moving on. Implement of Improvement. Speaking... Oh, what was that card from the last pack? Implement of Improvement. 1 mana artifact. Pay white and sack it to gain 2 life. Whenever Implement of Improvement is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, draw a card, a mystery in metal. So yeah, this guy plus the black sacrifice an artifact dude is just pay 1 mana, put a +1/+1 counter on this guy. But yeah. No, oh, and draw a card. Always remember to draw a card with this, because that's important. That can get very important later. But yeah, this is essentially instant speed draw a card in white, so, or black. Guess all of these implements do the when it's put into a graveyard from the battlefield draw a card, so yeah, not bad, not bad. Moving on though, Aether Leopard. We've seen this guy before, we're just going to move on. Prize Fighter Construct. Oh, we have some... Nope, we're good. 5 mana for a 6/2 artifact creature construct. You feel pretty bad when this guy gets blocked by an Aether Piker, whatever it was, the 2/1 first strike. Yeah, that... It's 5 mana, so it's late game. They probably still have their 2/1. This guy kind of just is feel bad. Unless you can make him unblockable, but that's not really... It's not really what you're going to be doing all too often. So yeah, not that good a card. Moving on though. Gifted Aetherborn. Black, 2/3 Aetherborn Vampire. Death Touch, Lifelink. Add 1 mana, he gets flying. Yeah. Oh, this guy. This guy is good. This guy you definitely want to pick up if you're in black. If you're not in black, consider going to black, because this card is good. Very good card. Alright. Yeah, not much else to say, but it's a very good card. We're going to move on to our second of 3 uncommons, Nanum Renegade. We've seen this guy before. Let's move on to our third uncommon, Illusionist's Stratagem. 3 and a blue instant. Exile up to 2 target creatures you control, then return those cards to the battlefield under their owner's control. Draw a card. So this A, triggers Revolt, B, saves your creatures, C, draws you a card. I'm not seeing a downside to this, except maybe the mana cost, but 4 mana, instant speed, combat trick, draw a card seems fine to me. We are going to move on to our rare, and it does not look like we're going to be getting a foil, so hopefully our rare is something impressive. What do we get? It's Rishkar, Pima Renegade. 2 and a green for a 2/2 legendary creature Elf Druid. When Rishkar, Pima Renegade enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to 2 target creatures. Each creature you control with a counter on it has tap to add green mana to your mana pool. Let's just check our other things. Ooh, we get the Ethereum Cell as well from Tezzeret's +1 ability. Token artifact, tap, sacrifice this artifact, add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. We also get a mountain, because mountains are fun. Alright, but Rishkar, not a bad card. Yeah, if you're looking for mana ramp, look no further than Rishkar. Works very well with a lot of the other cards in the set, because there's a lot of incidental +1/+1 counters in green and in black, because we had the black guy, the Defiant Salvager, before, sacrifice an artifact or creature to put a +1/+1 counter on him. So if you can sacrifice an artifact and then tap this guy for mana so you can play more artifacts, that's just fine. That's just fine. Anyway, that looks like that is all of our cards for today. Thank you all very much for watching. We got some interesting ones. Like, I'm pretty happy with where'd it go. Where'd that rare go? It's here somewhere. Did it fall on the floor? It did fall on the floor. What a dumb. Yeah, Whir of Invention and Rishkar, Pima Renegade. Not terrible. Not terrible. They don't really work together, but yeah, pretty happy with them. Alright, well that's going to be it for me for today. I'll potentially see you next week with some more Aether Revolt boosters to open. So yeah, I'll see you then.